I'll teach you guys and then we'll record it anyway. Okay, is it recording?
Yep.
Okay, so the first important thing with this form is have you noticed at the start you turn and you do what we call a Tansar inside block, okay? Just remember that it's important that if I use Anne stands out in a Tansar block, okay, and if she puts one leg in front, okay, remembering there's absolutely no strength to the side. So if Anne starts the form facing that way and then turns to me, and so turn and do this. So it looks like she's doing that type of block. So she's in this position and the form turns and she blocks out with an energy outwards to the side. Okay, it will not work. Okay, this type of block does not work to the side. Okay, because if I look here, okay, if Anne holds, okay, and with one finger I want you to resist me. Okay, resist. Okay, okay. So come on, you push against me. Okay, so if I'm coming, if Anne's going to block this way, okay, from here, and I'm going to punch. Okay, no chance. Okay, in here. However, this block is super strong underneath here on this arm. So now, look, if I press. Okay, and I think I'm stronger than that, okay? But I'm actually not. So if I was in this position here, and the form says she looks to the right, and then she turns and she blocks, okay? If I'm saying if somebody's attacking like this, and she's turning and blocking like this, it will not work. It'll go straight through that, okay? So this form, Sambar Trade is not teaching us that you're standing here, and then there's an attacker to your side, you turn, and then face the attacker. And in section 2, what happens is, you turn and simultaneously block a strike. That will not work. We've already ascertained this won't work. Okay? So if you stay your ground and I come in here and you hit, there's a load of fundamental principles that are wrong there. And this is where, if I could use Damien for a second, okay, I'm going to have to wear these because I don't want to cut my hand on the head guard. I'm presuming I'll hit it. Okay? So I'll demonstrate in a second why, and this is already taken into account. This is just it's basic maths really of distance traveled. That if Damien stands to the side, okay, in this position, we'll face the camera, shall we? Okay, so if you face the camera, okay, so Damien, I'm going to step in and I'm going to punch with my right hand. Okay, I want you to turn and ton block. Now, obviously I don't have a head guard. You'd be hitting me, but we'll be able to tell if you can hit me or not. I'm going to try again. I'm not going to blast your head. I just want to see if I can make contact. Okay, I don't have a head guard. If I had a head guard, it'd be better. Okay, so you're going to block with your right hand, but like the form. So the form does that, yeah? Okay, so you're looking at me. You ready? Okay, ready? Okay, so keep facing that way, like the form does. You turn, look, and then ready. Okay, see, and just turn and hit. Don't step away. That's I'm still getting him anyway. Okay, so looking. Oh, sorry. Okay, looking. Okay, very difficult. It's having to even shift. Now don't shift. I'll just touch it. Now don't shift, just touch. Okay, see why it won't work? Okay, because he's making contact here. Now we apply the principle of, if I have the head guard for a second, if I have the head guard. Oh, you keep the head guard on. Okay, you keep the head guard on. Okay, if I'm standing like this, okay, here, and Damien strikes in with this hand, the principle should be not to turn and try to hit. Okay, this is just practicing our hands. If from this position he comes in here, my first technique is there. Okay, so now you have to control it. Okay, I'm going to move in. You face this way. Okay, and I want you to attack with your lead hand. So this is the principle taught in Wing Chun. Okay, he will hit me now, so I'm going to have to be careful. Okay. Okay. And then he would, so first one, and then, okay, if he tries to turn and block, not going to happen. Okay. So, the idea, if you take that off for a second, in the form, okay, we're learning with our insight, with our Tansar blocks, we're learning in the form, we look, we turn, okay, but there's no footwork. Okay, you would have to, if I was with Sijan, it's just teaching us our basic hand technique. So I was standing in this position here, and Anne stepped in and punched. I would have to get an angle, and my hand is always Tansar is always on this piece. If I stand still and I try to block with this piece here, there's no power. Okay, so it stands to reason this is already wrong. You can't take the form as it is and say I'm standing like this. I look to my left and I block. Okay, and certainly not I block this way. And I certainly don't block and punch then. So somebody attacks me from the side, and that's what I'm learning. Okay, you're not at all. I'm learning, first of all, my singular hand technique. The next section, I'm learning double. But it's got nothing to do with where I'm standing. Okay. Same in the last section. You have turning the hip. You have turning the hip into the block. Okay. If I were to say at close range in here, and you were to punch in, and I were to do this, not good at all. Okay. If you stand in close range, turn your hip into the block. So, yeah, okay. That's it. Okay. Still try to get power. Okay. Okay. No power. Now I'm just gonna touch you. I'm gonna touch you about here, and you turn in. Okay. Won't work. Won't work. It's not teaching that. Okay. If you try that, and then what's happened then? People have two hands. So she turns. What has she done there? Pulled that hand away from me. Boom. I hit. Okay. So if Anne's punching, when I do this, and I turn, what have I done? I've just pulled my striking hand away. So see the other side. I've blocked it. I've pulled my, if I were to say this is a close range technique, and I do this, and I pull this hand away, I've just pulled this hand away from my target. Okay? At this range in here, if I wanted to, I'd have to use a Busau, a different technique. I'm hitting, when you're this close, you've got to hit together, not a singular technique. Okay? So this form is not teaching, you can't take it and say, these are the techniques of the form. Okay? Because you're going to have a number of problems if you actually try to apply it like that. So what we're going to look at is taking these movements and then apply them with correct footwork and stepping. Okay, so that's where we're going to go at the moment. Okay, and maybe we'll put a video for you guys for that as well. Okay, so thanks.